Kia ora everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you've enjoyed this time with your whānau and friends. If you've got buying a house on your list for 2018, you've come to the right place. My name's Hana and this is the Kiwi edition for how to buy a house in Australia. Last week we caught up with our financial advisor and he talked us through why insurance is important when it comes to buying a house and a whole lot of other things too. So if you want to catch that or any of the other videos, you'll find the link below. This week's episode is about building. So we're catching up with our building consultant and he's going to talk us through time frames, what you need to think about when choosing your design and why you should get a building inspector on board.
My name is Brooking. I'm a sales consultant for Celebration Homes. I work with the ABN group and basically involved in house sales, designing and basically getting people into a first home. My job is to find land for the client, find the right design and basically organise their finance for them as well if they need it, and trying to obviously get their needs down to a piece of paper where they have the right plan, the right home for them. People chat to us at all different stages of the process. Some people are very proactive and already spoken to a broker or got financial advice and sorted themselves in terms of that. Some people talk to us before they've done any of that, so obviously we need to sometimes take them back a little bit and get them speaking to the right brokers or the right bank to ensure their finance is in order. Because without finance we can't buy a block, and without a block we sure as hell can't build a house. Depending to what part of the process they're in, the next step is generally then looking a bit closer at land, finding the right land that's within their budget and then designing a house. Our plans have been designed by interior designers and specialists at crafting and designing homes, so there's generally not too much at fault with them that needs changing. But of course every lifestyle, every family is different, so generally some personalisation does creep in every design, and sometimes we just don't have any design at all that fits that person's piece of land or their lifestyle, so we create something that's special and unique for them. We do try to limit the number of custom designs that come through, because all your time frames would blow out in terms of pre-construction and construction as well. Pre-construction process is around about 3 to 4 months from deposit before a slab down. It is dependent on a number of other aspects such as the person's finance, the shires, water corp and other things going on with the developer itself. Building plans, contracts generally take about 2 to 3 months to get out and get approved. So once we're at slab down, we take generally about 5 to 6 months to build a home. Again, that's an industry leading sort of speed, so if you're talking to another builder then you probably would be more expecting an 8 to 10 month build process just for the build, with the whole process taking about 12 to 18 months. The benefit of having something new instead of second hand, being the first to use that toilet, the first to use that oven, the first to use that basin. There's no staining, there's no marks, there's no maintenance issues that you generally need to take care of. You have a builder that stands behind the house for 12 months that's prepared to come back and fix every little crack, every little leak, so you don't have to worry about outgoing expenses or repainting things or fixing things. In established houses, buyer beware. You shift in and find out there's a tap that leaks, or there's something wrong with the wall, or there's termites in the ceiling. You basically take that problem along with the house when you purchase it. In addition to that, there's numerous financial sort of benefits too with building. For starters, the government offers a first homeowner's grant of 10 grand for the first home builder. It's not available on second-hand homes. That first homeowner's grant can be used as pay your deposit for building a home. You have some pretty good tax exemptions as well when building a house. If you're not a first home buyer, then stamp duty is normally applicable. Buying a second-hand house, that stamp duty is calculated on the entire value of the property. On building, you only pay it on the land component. Thirdly, you've got the benefit, I guess, that you're building a house at wholesale prices. So if you buy a house that's already established, generally you're buying that at the market rates, and if should the market change the following day and perhaps drop, it could be negative, you could have actually lost money straight away. There are project builders and then there's specialist builders. Project builders are geared up for efficiency, speed, but they are more designed to doing volume of builds rather than a custom design. If you want to come in and build something that's 3-storey or a custom 2-storey mansion that might be 400,000 square metres, then you'll be talking to a particular type of builder that's more customised, perhaps more one-on-one directed, where they have this expertise to sort of deal with your particular needs. One of the benefits of going through a project builder is that pretty much your hands off. You're not having to do your own forms or application. Basically all the headaches. You have agencies like Water Corp, you have the Shire, you have the developer needs to approve the design, has to approve your colours sometimes. An engineer's report that has to be done in the house to confirm that it's structurally sound, as well as energy compliance as well to confirm that your house is energy neutral, so it's not going to take too much power to heat that house. There are a lot of processes that the house needs to go through. Fortunately, as a project builder, all that's done behind the scenes and all the hard and heavy lifting has been done by us, part of your house price. So generally a client, when they sign up for a house, will sign a waiver, give us permission to complete all that work on their behalf. The build process has 5 distinct phases. It'd be quite beneficial to have a building inspector go through the house prior to lockup. That way you can check out the bones of the house, such as the walls, the roof, the framework, make sure that's been constructed per standard. The second time a building inspector should be involved is probably at handover. You will do a pre-handover inspection yourself to look for anything which looks out of place. The building inspector will be looking for things which are not immediately apparent. They will be seeing things with the structure and with the cosmetic appearance of the house that you won't spot, and a building inspector is trained to pick up those things and bring them to the attention of the site manager. Every new house that's built has to be built to standard. One of those standards is to have an insect treatment that can take form through Termite mesh in the walls, or have a pesticide sprayed under the slab as well, so that it's got some protection against termites down the track. Another contingency that new builders have access to is blue pine, which is an H2 treated timber. It goes in your roof space. It's virtually impervious to termites, so it just protects your house in the long run. And you want someone that goes beyond just a sign up too. You want someone that's been with their company for a while, that's invested in that brand, not just going to jump ship and go to another building company and leave you floundering, because there is a lot said between the building consultant and the client that's not always privy to the builder or to your pre-starter or the site manager. So you want a building consultant that's going to stand by that and honour their word. You also want a building consultant that will go the extra mile and be with you right there to the end of the process, because let's face it, most building consultants are salespeople. They want your deposit, they want your money, and then most of them are just gone. So you want somebody that's going to be there through the process, even when they're not getting paid, to support you, to make sure your house is getting built as it should, and to follow up on any problems that you might have.
So trust seems to be a big factor when it comes to choosing the people who will be building your house. I guess it's like building a relationship. It needs to be high trust for it to work well. And when you think about it, like, you're trusting these people to build the house you'll be living in for the next however many years. You want it to be a good job. Word of mouth seems to be the most reliable source for recommendations and referrals. So be sure to ask your whānau and your friends what their experiences have been like and who they've used, because you should be able to trust your family and your friends. So if they can put their name on it and recommend someone to you, that's a pretty good sign. That wraps up our video for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's answered a few questions for you. That wraps up our video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it and it's answered some questions for you. If you want to learn more about building your own home, send us a message and we'll help you out. In next week's video, we'll be covering grants, so eligibility, forms, everything. But until then, please share, like, comment, tag, you know what to do, and we'll see you then.